Kids are back in school mode, and that means the Sugar Fest is over. Time to get back on track with some serious nutrition. But sometimes parents have to perform magic to get their kids to eat their veggies, and that is exactly what Jeannie Schwetner from King Soopers did. With my kids, it was magic. We tied on the aprons. We washed our hands. And my two little chefs were ready to create.
I think it's going to be really good.
On the menu today, mac and cheese, plus a few surprise ingredients.
It has vegetables. Kids don't like vegetables.
Do you want to throw that in for me, Tanner? If we can incorporate some vegetables into foods they already love, it's a really easy way to get them excited about eating more vegetables.
So the plan is a creamy, ooey gooey mac and cheese with broccoli, cauliflower, and tuna.
We're going to go right to this line that says 2 cups.
And they are more likely to eat it if they made it.
Great job.
My favorite thing was like helping and like pouring and stuff like that.
Tanner, you want to take that to the stove?
The kids were plenty busy and more than willing to be the taste testers.
I'm so glad that you love broccoli so much. Raw broccoli is so good for you. What do you think?
It's good.
A big thumbs up on the veggies. But would they feel the same about the fishy addition?
So all this tuna that we're putting in is just adding a great source of protein, which makes this macaroni and cheese more like a full meal.
After much stirring, beeping,
Broccoli avalanche.
pouring, and tasting,
Yeah, it's deliciousness.
the final product is ready to put in the oven.
I really think that mac and cheese will just blow me away. 3, 2, 1.
It's finally time to chow down.
1, 2, 3. This is delicious.
Double thumbs up.
Wow. It's
A lot of thumbs up.
A lot of thumbs up. My kids were so excited about that meal. They ate it for 2 more nights. And you saw them chomping down on the cauliflower.
They loved it. It was so much fun. Thank you for letting me come in your kitchen
Oh
and
my
cook
gosh,
with your
yeah,
kids. It
you
was such
guys
a great
came
time.
in and took over. We had a great time. So what the message that you want to give to parents today is that you don't necessarily have to hide the vegetables. You have to
Right.
find something they already like.
Yes.
And then maybe slip in something more, right?
Right, and you hit the nail on the head. We were wanting to incorporate it, but not necessarily hide it. We
Yeah.
want the kids to know that it's there so that they learn that vegetables taste good. It's not tricking them into eating something.
Absolutely. And all you had to do with that cauliflower was boil it in some chicken broth.
Didn't
It
that
was
make
like
such
ice
a great
cream.
difference for them?
It was like ice cream.
That was so funny.
All right, so give us some other ideas today that parents can kind of, maybe copy or
Yes.
create something themselves.
Right, we've got several variations on the theme of the the cauliflower mac
Yes,
and
they
cheese.
loved it. Mhm.
So we are going to start with some breakfast type foods
Okay.
that we can incorporate some veggies into. So we've got some
Ooh.
zucchini pancakes.
Really?
Yes.
I would have never thought of that.
We all like zucchini bread, right? So
Yes.
why not put some in some pancakes? Load up on the fiber that way. We can also add carrots in there too, either one. So grated carrots or grated zucchini. It actually
Nice.
helps the texture of the pancakes.
Does it?
Adds a nice moistness to it. So it's a really delicious way to do that. Then we also have some carrot spice muffins.
Ooh, see, yeah, my kids would totally get into that.
You could even make it more fun for them. Call it carrot cake muffins.
Yes.
For carrot cupcakes. Make it more exciting when you have the word cake in there.
And did you notice that when my kids were participating, they were tasting as we were going. They just loved it. And then at the end, they wanted to eat their meal.
Getting them so involved like that makes a great difference. They get to
Huge.
be involved in every step of the process, and they did like to taste it along the way, and they were so excited about that finished product. So getting them
They
in the
were
kitchen.
not faking it, people. No,
No,
they
it
really
makes a
loved
big
it.
difference.
Okay, cheese. It gets a bad rap, but why? You say it's a good thing.
Yes. So this is just our cauliflower mac and cheese, so I brought another example of that. But then we also have some veggies on the end here
Ooh, let's
with
get
some
these.
cheese sauce.
That looks so good.
And adding some cheese sauce to things like broccoli and cauliflower really mellows out that pungent flavor.
Right.
And I know cheese may not sound like a very good thing, but you can make it with that reduced fat, sharp cheddar cheese.
Did you know my kids loved the sharp, and now they demand that I buy that reduced fat sharp?
Oh, that's great.
Remember, they were eating on that
Yes,
too?
you get that nice strong flavor, so you don't have to use as much. You're adding more calcium, so you're actually increasing the nutrient value of those the broccoli and the cauliflower. Plus, a lot of those vitamins are fat soluble, so they actually need a little bit of fat to be absorbed. So adding that cheese actually enhances the absorption of those particular vitamins.
Yeah, and you kept asking them as we were cooking, so what does the cheese, how does that help it helps your bones? And they were learning as they went.
Right, because telling a child something is healthy doesn't mean a whole lot to them at this point in their lives.
Right.
But if you can tell them it's going to help you grow big and strong, that means more than just saying, oh, it's good for you.
All right, what other tip? There, I see some spaghetti up there.
So another really easy thing to do is take a variety of vegetables. You know, you can do zucchini, mushrooms, broccoli, bell peppers, and then puree them. Use a blender or food processor, puree them into your spaghetti sauce. And again, they're not gonna know it's there. It's gonna taste just like spaghetti, and spaghetti is another great kid favorite.
Absolutely. I love all of your tips. And it shouldn't have to be a fight or struggle when, you know, when you're feeding your kids, right? It should be fun.
Right, and vegetables just naturally have a bad connotation, and we don't want to coerce children into thinking that, and don't assume from the get-go that they're not going to like to eat their vegetables.
I know, when you label kids picky, they're going to be picky.
Right, they're going to live up to that label, so don't label your child as a picky eater that doesn't like vegetables. Go ahead and just put it out there for them, and don't tell them that they have to eat it, because if they feel forced to, then they might think, well, I'm not going to like this.
Right. Okay, so we're showing you your big face in a King Soopers kiosk there. You really do help people. You can help them one-on-one, or people can email you. So here's the information again to get free nutrition advice. Just send an email to dietitians@kingsoopers.com, and you can also find great information and locations near you at kingsoopers.com, or call them at 303-778-3023. You want to come over tonight and cook again?
That sounds great. What time?
She'll get him to eat anything. 7 o'clock, girl.